Okay, welcome back to this video. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about how I scripted my way to my first 100K revenue month. This was a goal that I actually had for quite a while. It was something that I was manifesting, holding a vision of, and it's really funny because when it finally happened for me, it was when I was very in flow, when I was focusing more on the work than the numbers, and I think that's what it really goes back to, right? When you are creating what it is that you want, you're not focused on the outside, you're not focused on the result. You're looking inside, you're recognizing your energy, you're being in your energy. You know, the word embodying is very overused, but you really are truly just being that person. And so the month that I had my 100K revenue month, I not only led a live training with my incredible Yes Supply Method students, but I was able to travel to Paris and Europe, take some time for me. And when I looked back on the month, I was like, wow, like this is my life. So one of the things that I always share with my clients, that I always get my clients to do when they create any kind of success, so if they hit their first 10K, 20K month, if they sign their first client, if their webinar goes well, one of the things that I always tell them to do is to look at what they did. What was it that created that success? Because instead of always trying to reinvent the wheel, I think a lot of people are always trying to reinvent the wheel and try something new and do something new. It's more like, look at what worked and how can you do more of that, or how can you get that more efficient and better so that you can make more and achieve more and help more people in less time, right? You can actually feel like a human rather than just feel like you're running around all the time. First things first, I'm a really low-key person, so it actually really scares me to come on and just start talking about like the amount of money that came in. The reason why I'm doing this is because I've noticed that when I share my success, my clients up level, right? When I can show my clients how much money I'm making, it opens up space. It like creates a vacuum for them that shows them what's possible. And I remember when I was first starting out, I was like hoping and praying that I could find an example of somebody who was creating success in the way that I wanted, right? Like a guru or something like that that I really resonated with and connected with, and did things in the style that I like to do things, because there's a certain way that I like to do things. And so I realized that if that's something that I wanted and it didn't exist, then I have to step up and create it. Give myself permission to be the role model that I wanted. And that's a really good reminder for you too. Give yourself permission to be the role model that you want. When you achieve something great, practice gratitude for that. Celebrate that, right? And what you'll find, especially if you're a business owner, is it gives permission to everyone around you to be successful. Even if you're not a business owner, but you work in a company, you have a team, when you step up and you celebrate it and you're happy about it and you're proud of it, it actually gives everyone around you permission to step their game up too, right? Because there's this old programming that's out there where people think that they have to play small so that they don't offend anyone, right? Or make anyone feel uncomfortable. But like, F that. Like, there's a reason why humans are programmed to want more. There's a reason why we're programmed to innovate and make things better. And so don't fall into that trap of thinking that you need to play small. You are allowed to play big. You're allowed to do big things. You're allowed to buy beautiful things. You're allowed to celebrate, because, you know, we only live in this world once, as far as I know for certain. You know, I have my opinions of what I think happens after, but for certain, I know that if you're here watching this right now, you're on the same planet as me, and this is what we have. So if you want to have a really cool experience, if you want to be able to travel, if you want to go hang out on a yacht for a day, if you want to see what it feels like to post cute pictures on Instagram, if you want to see what it feels like to donate $2,000 to your favorite charity, which I just did, give yourself permission to do all of those amazing things. that bring you so much joy. Long story short, it scares the shit out of me to share this, but also I see that it's important because I want to represent for the people who need to see someone like me succeed, not to show off, but just to show you what is possible for you, because I am not a spreadsheet type of person. I do not have a business degree. If I can do this, then you can 100% do this too. And I'm helping and teaching my clients to do the exact same thing too, because all I want is for my clients to be successful, and I know by me showing up and celebrating, that's how we make it happen. I would definitely encourage you to watch this video a few times because I'm going to be dropping some really valuable nuggets about my manifesting process. And sometimes when you listen to something once, you don't hear it, right? Have you ever read a book and then you go and you read it again, you're like, I swear that line wasn't there before. It was there, but your awareness wasn't at that level yet that you could see it, okay? So I encourage you to listen to this a few times, maybe take notes so that you can really implement this in your own life. So one of the key things that I did to use scripting in my manifestation process to get to my first 100K month was I first off got super clear on what it is that I wanted. Okay, so I wanted a 100K month. What is it that you want to create? What do you want to manifest? Once you know what that is, and once I knew what that was, I would write it down in present tense in my gratitude list. So a lot of mornings I write a gratitude list, and in my gratitude list I write all the things that I'm grateful for. So right now I'm actually in LA, I'm at a training, and in the night and morning I actually say how grateful I am for this beautiful hotel room that I'm in, how grateful I am for the really comfy bed that I get to sleep on here. I'm grateful for my husband, I'm grateful for my mom, I'm grateful for my grandma, I'm grateful for my brother, I'm grateful for my business, I'm grateful for my amazing clients. I'm grateful for all those things. Now, as I write those things that I'm grateful for, I also incorporate the things that I'm grateful for that I haven't yet seen in my physical reality, right? So before I had my Mercedes G63, in my gratitude list mixed in with the things that I already tangibly had, I would write down the things that I haven't seen yet. I'd write, I'm so happy and grateful that I have this beautiful office. I'm so happy and grateful that we've just hit our first 100K month, whatever it is. And so how it's so beautiful when you incorporate this into your scripting. A lot of people talk about scripting things in the present and they tell you to get into the energy, but how much easier will it be for you to get into the energy of gratitude if you're already writing gratitude for things you already have, right? If I say, I'm so grateful for this camera that's allowing me to film this video, I know for sure, I'm in the energy of knowing for sure that this camera is sitting right here. And so once I get into that energy and then I practice gratitude for something that I'm thinking of but I don't see it in my physical reality, I'm still in that energy. So it's powerful because essentially the universe responds to your energy. And so if I'm in the energy that I already have it, see how I'm collapsing time? See how I'm bringing those things into my life that much faster? So that's tip number one. Incorporate the scripting into your gratitude list. Let me know in the comments below if you read a gratitude list. My next point is to make sure that you are open to guidance, okay? So once I got clear on what it is that I wanted and I tuned into that energy, I started to receive downloads. I started to receive guidance, and I'm sure you do too. You get downloads of like, maybe post this on Instagram or send out this email, call this person or talk to this person. There's so many times where my intuition says call this person or talk to this person, and my logical mind is like why would you do that? That person's gonna say no, they're too busy for you, whatever it is. But my heart is like, do it, do it, do it, do it. And it always works out. It's always for a reason. When you line up to the vibration of what it is that you want, you're gonna receive downloads. And recognize that those ideas are what is going to help your abundance flow to you, right? Money is energy. The universe communicates to you through energy. Now, the universe can't necessarily hand you a big stack of money, but it can hand you an idea that is energy, right? Just like money is energy, your ideas are energy. The universe can hand to you a beautiful idea that when you transmute it to add value into other people's lives, that translates into the energy of money. But too many people actually block the flow of abundance. They put a kink in the hose because when they download that amazing idea, they say, oh, I can never do it. I'm not good enough. So-and-so's already doing it. I can't do it too. What if they think I'm copying them? and you let your ego get in the way. You let what are they going to think of me get in the way, when really if you're here to contribute and offer value into the world, then it's not about what will they think of me, but instead it's more how can I add service to them? How can I help them? How can I contribute to them, right? And what happens is when you start to think of that instead of me, you instead allow the abundance to flow by thinking, how can I help them? Now, of course, don't empty yourself out, still practice self-care, but if you can find a way to do this from a place of balance, a place of enjoyment, now you've created a win-win. And what I've seen is when you get that download from the universe to create something, when you do put it into action, you're filled with this beautiful energy where the work that you're doing, the art that you're creating, the posts that you're writing, it doesn't feel like work. It just feels like a beautiful creative process. So allow that to flow. Listen to those downloads that are coming to you, because they're coming to you for a reason, because that energy, that idea is meant to flow through you. I like to think of the world as organism, right? One giant organism, and we all work together and we all support each other, but we all play a different part, right? My hand is a very important part of my body. It helps me do a lot of really important things like grab food and eat it, or like put on clothes in the morning, or whatever it is. My lungs are also very important. Now imagine my lungs wanted to be my hand. Imagine my hands and my lungs were trying to compete. They didn't realize that they all worked together in tandem. They were trying to be each other, and they were competing with each other. It wouldn't work. Each part plays its own important role, and it's destined to have that role, and you know what you are destined to do based on what the desires are that flow through you. So once you're clear on that vision, once you're clear on that manifestation, as those ideas start to flow through you, trust that you are the right person for those ideas to flow through. And when you allow it to happen, the right things will come together to allow you to make them happen. One of the things that I would also do is I would say it out loud. So there's a reason why witches cast spells, and why the word spelling essentially means our words, because our words are powerful, and the words that we speak actually change the molecular structure of the world around you. You might think that this empty space around you is empty, but it actually is full of potential. It's full of an energy that has infinite possibilities of creation. And so when you speak, you're actually changing everything that's happening in the energy around you, and you're forming new outcomes based on your beliefs and based on what you're putting out into the world. The unfortunate thing is most people don't know about this, so they're spending a lot of time saying exactly what they don't want. They say, oh, I'm broke, oh, I'm fat, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that, without realizing that their words hold a power, and often those things that people say become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Let me know in the comments if you ever said something and then it became a self-fulfilling prophecy. Actually, a couple weeks ago, I was complaining how heavy my luggage was, and then my luggage ended up getting lost on my flight home from Spain, right? So you can see, and I knew that I caused it. Luckily, I got it back, but I knew that I caused it because I know that I'm a powerful manifestor, and that I have to be very diligent and aware of the words that are coming out of my mouth, because they are changing the reality around me. So what you also want to do once you've scripted out exactly what it is that you desire and exactly what it is that you want to make manifest into your life and for yourself and for the people around you, you also might want to practice saying it out loud. So this is the process of auto-suggestion. They talk about it in the book, Think and Grow Rich. But auto-suggestion is when you say whatever it is that you desire, whatever your goal is, out loud. So I might be like brushing my teeth, doing my hair, doing my makeup, and saying out loud, I'm so happy and grateful that my business brought in $100,000 this month. And I'm not just saying it, but I'm also feeling it all through my body. And the beautiful thing is it's so easy to say it. You can say it while you're walking down the street, you can say it when you're driving in your car, you can say it as you're getting ready for bed. And by doing this process of auto-suggestion, you allow yourself to hold on to the vibration that you want to be in throughout the whole day. Because it's really easy to think that your manifestation process only has to occur in the morning when you're doing your morning ritual. But the universe doesn't just check in with you 5 minutes a day. It's recognizing and responding to your energy throughout the whole day. So if you're just being positive and manifesting for your first 20 minutes of the day, but then you're negative the whole rest of the day, how does that balance out in your life? By practicing auto-suggestion and chanting and saying, I'm so happy and grateful that this is happening for me and this is occurring for me, you are practicing bringing yourself back into that vibration at all hours of the day, because the universe and your future is responding to how you are right now. And then one of the other things that really helped me was thinking from the end. I think this is one of my most powerful tools. It's a tool that we teach in the Yes Supply Method, my coaching certification program. But what you want to do when you're creating any kind of goal is you want to think from the end. Buckminster Fuller has a beautiful quote. I love it. I've read it a million times and I still don't have it memorized. So I'm going to try and say it right now. And if I get the words wrong, sorry, Buck. He says, you cannot create a new reality by fighting the existing reality. In order to create a new reality, you must create a new model, which makes the old model obsolete. Buckminster Fuller. Google it to get the exact wording. But overall, what he's saying is you need to create a new model and live from that place. And Albert Einstein says you can't solve a problem from the same level of thinking that created it. So if you're in an area of your life that you have a problem or you don't have exactly what it is that you want, and you're thinking from where you currently are, trying to stretch out and reach that goal or stretch out and change that reality, it's going to feel really far away. You're going to be in the vibration of it being really far away. So what you want to do is you want to, in your mind's eye, go to where you are when it is fully accomplished, when it is fully completed. And from that place, maybe it's December 31st, 2019, whatever it is, from that place you want to turn around, you want to look back and you want to say, how did I get here? What did I do to get here? What has happened? And I love to think from that place because it's also a great way for me to journal out ideas and journal out strategies and let things come to me and really think differently than a lot of other people think. Especially in the world that we live in now, where we're constantly bombarded by social media, a lot of people kind of get sucked in and just follow whatever is happening around them. But one of the things that I really try to teach my Yes Supply Method community is how to think differently. And one key way to think differently is by going to the end goal of what it is that you know you're on the way to accomplish, and look back as if it's already done and ask yourself, what did I do to get here? And from that place, that's going to increase your belief, because most often when you go to that place, you'll realize that it's not actually as hard as it seems. It might just be a few little things or a few little tweaks in order to help you get to where it is that you want. And it was from doing that that I was able to create the strategy, the actual practical strategy that helped me get to where I am. If you have any questions on my strategy, or you want me to do a video talking about my strategy, leave me a comment below. If we get enough interest, then I'll create a video on that for you too. If you have any questions or you're wondering how to become a coach, check in the links below, because I'm actually going to give you a few links that teach you how to get started as a coach. So I have your Decide What Kind of Coach You Want to Be workbook that shows you what kind of coach you want to be and helps you map that out. And I also have a really amazing other free workbook that helps you plan out your first coaching session step by step. And I put a lot of work into it. It's a very powerful workbook. It has fill in the blanks, but it also has actual tangible content and what to do within your session. So I know you're absolutely gonna love it. I've gotten a lot of great feedback from that workbook. If you love this video, make sure to share it with a friend, and also make sure to hit the subscribe button down below so that you get notified when I come out with new videos. And I'm so excited for you to create your yes. Let me know down below what you are manifesting into your life, and I will see you in the next video.